that it actually gained its independence as a country. So it continues to be a British Commonwealth, the only one in Central America. English is the primary language in Belize, and the US dollar is widely accepted. Really very, very easy to travel to Belize as far as just managing and, and conversation and so forth. Um, Nature, culture, and tourism. But the capital originally of Belize was Belize City. They moved it inland into the city of Belmopan several years after the Hurricane Hattie in 1961 kind of moved through there. So that was one of the very few hurricanes that have really touched into Belize in 1961, and Belize City is right close to the shore. So they moved it inland so that the capital city would not be damaged again in the future. As I mentioned, agriculture and, of course, tourism and fishing are the main economic drivers of the country. So many different things that people can enjoy when they're there. Of course, the ancient Mayan culture of Mexico has really settled into the country of Belize. The rainforests of Costa Rica are very similar in Belize. The exceptional underwater beauty that is found in the Caribbean. And we're still very much in our infancy compared to a lot of other destinations, which is why I mentioned it's really still kind of under the radar for a lot of people. Um, if you have Belize or if you have booked people into Belize, probably the place that people have heard about the most is the San Pedro area, which is kind of the northern part of the country. Ambergris Key is a very popular island right off the coast there. Lots of tourism, and it represents about 50% of the overnight accommodation tourism. And then Placencia, which is close to where we are located, accounts for about 15 to 20% of the overall stay over of arrivals. So Placencia is kind of a little bit less touristy and really a beautiful, beautiful place. So we're down at the southern part of Belize. Placencia is actually a little fishing village. So the main driver there is fishing. And then, of course, tourism's got beautiful beaches. And then we are on an island. So Pranamaya Island Resort is actually on an island just right off the coast of Placencia. Quickly off the coast, really less than about 200 yards off the coast of the village of Placencia. You are taken by boat transfer over to our little island called Placencia Key. So just so you know, it's very easy to get to Belize. A lot of major cities and many, many more are coming on board with direct flights into Belize City. The Philip S. W. Goldson International Airport is the main airport there. So direct flights into Belize City. And then from there, you can either take a 30-minute quick puddle jumper type flight on Tropic Air from Belize City down to the Placencia Airport. Or if you wish, we can pick you up at the airport. It's about a 2.5 hour drive from the airport down to the resort. And it's a beautiful drive. And we really, depending on how long people stay, I like to encourage the drive, at least for the arrival, because it's really such a pretty way to get a feel for the country and understand the lay of the land. And you go through the jungle and beautiful rainforest areas, and then you get to see the coast as it kind of approaches. You go down the peninsula to Placencia. And then once you get to the dock there at Placencia, our boat captain will pick you up, and it's a quick, literally 3 to 5 minute boat transfer over from that main dock over to Placencia Key. So it's really very, very easy to get to. Here's just another quick map to kind of give you a better feel. Belize City is right here. I don't know if you can see my arrow or not. Belize City is right on the edge there, which is where the international airport is. If you were to drive, you would kind of go right down the edge of the country, down to Placencia. If you fly, it's a beautiful, quick little flight. They zoom you out over the water and then back over to the village of Placencia. It's really pretty and very, very quick. And then this gives you a Google map feel for it as well. So it's, again, you can kind of see down at the bottom where the arrow is, it shows you Placencia is a long peninsula. So you can see as you travel down south through Belize and you get on the Placencia Peninsula, which is a mouthful, It's a beautiful long drive, and you suddenly see water on both sides and lots of beautiful homes and little villages all along the way. And then you land in the village of Placencia. And then you can kind of see our little island down there at the bottom, right off the coast of Placencia. So it's really a very special, pretty excursion down. And then this zooms in a little bit more. So this is the Placencia, the village of Placencia. Lots of little shops and restaurants, and there is a 4-mile sidewalk that goes down the center of the village of Placencia. At one point, it held the Guinness World Book record for the longest Main Street sidewalk in the world. Somebody has beaten it since then, but it's still really long and really great. And it's just right there. And then you hop off the edge there over to our quay, and you travel by boat through this lagoon. And then the resort's right here, Pranamaya Island Resort. So again, very easy to get to. It's a cultural excursion in itself just to get to Pranamaya. And then this gives you a nice little overview. So to the left here is the village of Placencia. I mentioned the pier. Here it is right here. So this is where you catch the boat. So if you were coming from the airport, we would drive you straight down here, bring you right to the pier. You'd hop on the boat. We would take you right over to Placencia Key, takes you through a little lagoon area, and then the resort is right here at the top of the key. Beautiful sweeping views of not only the lagoon, but the amazing Caribbean everywhere. And so again, Placencia is just a really culturally rich little village. And what's unique and different about that part of Belize versus the northern part of San Pedro and up in that area, or even into some of the jungle areas, is that there are no box hotels. There's no chain properties. There are no chain restaurants. It's all very independent, very unique. All the hotels are independently owned. It just makes for a really special experience. I feel a much more personal experience, and it really just kind of immerses you in where you are and the culture and the people who are fabulous. And this is that sidewalk I mentioned. So again, it's like a 4-mile long sidewalk as you get right off the boat at the pier if you want to go into the village. And our boat shuttle goes back and forth all day, really upon demand. So if somebody wants to just hop on the boat and go over for a cocktail or go over to have lunch or dinner or just hang out on a different beach, we do that really upon demand. So this is some of the photos and views of different things there, right there in the village of Placencia. Very colorful, very vibrant, lots of fun, and it never feels crowded. That's what's so fun and unique too. Somebody else in. Yes, so we created this resort with a lot of different things in mind. This kind of says a little bit of it, so I'll just read it. On the pristine shores of the secluded island of Placencia Key, Pranam Island Resort is an awe-inspiring and eco-conscious escape, born of Belize and rooted in its energy and culture. An unprecedented experience awaits. And that's true. And here you are. You look down on the resort. So for me, it's extra special because I've gotten to experience this property from the minute the sticks came out of the ground, and they literally were sticks coming out of the ground. And I was trying to envision, and we were trying to imagine what we wanted this resort to be like. And one of our two owners, we have two owners, one of which is very much into wellness and really rejuvenating and awe-inspiring type experiences. And he, found this beautiful piece of land and thought, oh my goodness, I mean, look at this view. You've got the lagoon arrival on one side of the resort. You've got this sweeping view of the Caribbean where you can see nothing more than the Caribbean. Built this beautiful long docks for guests to go out and explore. And it just came to life in such a beautiful way. It's really very exciting to see how it's all really come out of the ground from sticks to this beautiful, beautiful property. Really pretty infinity pool right outside the dining room. All of this is open air as you arrive and you go right into the resort. You can kind of see this. This is the lagoon side. So when guests arrive, they're on our little boat with the boat captain. All of our colleagues come outside to greet all of our arrivals. It's really a special experience. And then this is the inn. So the inn at Pranamaya is kind of the focal point as you arrive. All guests arrive here, check right in. The cocktail and ice bar is here, the grill at Pranamaya, and then we have 10 open concept suites in the inn. The spa is on the top floor, and then we've got a fitness center here. And then dotted all along to the left here are 7 villas, each with 3 to 4 bedrooms. Very intentional, very, very specific with how we wanted it to be, and it just turned out beautifully. This is actually a rendering. We need to update this since we've been open, but it looks very true to life. It's exactly what this looks like, but this is the cocktail and ice bar right here. So again, as guests arrive, they walk up steps, they come right to this main lobby area, the most unusual and beautiful front desk you'll ever see. This unbelievable wood piece of furniture and glass, and it's fabulous. But everywhere you look, you see nothing but the Caribbean in the background. It's truly stunning. So just to give you a quick little recap of the Pranamaya experience, we have 35 rooms in total. So 10 are in the inn that I mentioned. They're all open, what we call open concept suites. So they're large 800 square foot bedrooms. We don't call them suites, full suites, if you will, because there's no wall that separates the bedroom from the living room, one really big room. So it's an open concept suite. Then it opens up to a beautiful terrace, everything with sweeping views, oceanfront. Everything is oceanfront. And then we've got 7 multi-bedroom villas, each with 3 to 4 bedrooms. They each have their own private plunge pool. They're enormous in size. They're from 3 to 6,000 square feet. They've got large, open, big open concept gourmet kitchens and living areas. And again, their own private pool and private beach access. The grill at Pranamaya is our main restaurant that's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. The Island Club at Pranamaya is actually opening in about 2 months. I talked to and I'll tell you a little bit more about what the Island Club is, but I actually talked to our owner today, and we picked out the color for the pickleball court. So we are just about there. But it's going to have a lighted, shaded pickleball court. It's going to have an outdoor kitchen. It's going to have lawn games and just lots more gathering places. We have a fitness center that's open 24 hours. We plan excursions for all of our guests, wellness programming, and of course, a dedicated concierge and butler service. Included in all stays at the resort is a daily continental breakfast, and it's a continental breakfast, but it is much more than a continental breakfast. It's much enhanced. Guests can certainly order additional things off the menu as well, but that is included in every stay, as well as resort-wide Wi-Fi, that infinity pool that I mentioned and that you can kind of see a picture of right here, custom excursion planning, private butler service for all of our guests, kayaking, paddle boarding, snorkeling equipment is included. And we have actually, since I put this together, we've actually added water bikes to our array of complimentary activities to enjoy right there at the resort, as well as fishing gear and equipment. So you can just, anytime you want to go paddle boarding or you just want to drop a line, our concierge will get all of that equipment together for you, and you can just do it right there at the resort. And it's really, really very easy. I mentioned boat transfers to and from Placencia from the Key upon request. So that's a very special added benefit. You're on this beautiful secluded island, so you can feel like you're away from everything, but it's just a quick, easy boat hop over to the village, and then you can be right in the middle of everything if you want to be. I mentioned we have a pickleball court that's coming, and the lawn games at the Island Club, and of course the fitness center, as well as a yoga club or yoga room. And then this is a view of the inn as well as more rooms. So in the inn, as I mentioned down here on the main floor, is the dining room and the cocktail and ice bar. There are 4 of the open concept suites right here in this main building. And then we have an additional 6 suites here in this building right next to it. So 10 total overnight guest accommodations, all open concept suites in this inn. And then the spa at Pranamaya spans the whole top floor of the inn, the most beautiful spa you have ever seen. It's unbelievable. So as I mentioned, the inn at Pranamaya, 10 open concept suites, 8 of those are king bedded rooms. 2 of those have double queens, and they're very expansive, as I mentioned, 800 square feet with an indoor sitting area and a large outdoor, beautiful furnished terrace, of course, overlooking the water. All the bathrooms are spa inspired, double vanity, standing showers. Some of them have an outdoor shower as well. So this just gives you a few photos of some of them. The views are simply amazing everywhere you turn. And then this is just a fun little bird's eye view looking down. So again, at the bottom, kind of the right part here is the inn. So the main inn with the smaller building right next to it. So the 10 suites are there with that big, beautiful dock right out there. And then here are four, almost five of the villas. You can't see them all in this picture, but we've got seven total. So this just kind of gives you a quick look down so you can see every one of them has their own pool. They all have their own immediate access to the beach. If you want your kayaks and paddle boards and everything brought over to your villa, we will stage them and have them all ready for you to go right into the water whenever you're ready. So it's simply stunning. And the waters, of course, are gorgeous. The coral and the different colors and everything is pretty amazing. This gives you a pretty little front view from the lagoon looking at the villas. So the way these villas are set up is from right to left. This is a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom. So you can kind of see the difference between them. The 3 bedrooms, the bedroom on the front part of the building right here, the lagoon side of the building, is actually a lockout building or lockout room. So while it's a 3-bedroom villa, it can be made into a 2-bedroom villa if somebody doesn't want 3 bedrooms, and we are able to sell it as a 2-bedroom. Or also this third bedroom lockout. It's not physically, it doesn't physically open into the 2 bedrooms. So there's two totally separate entries. It's nice if you've got, nanny joining you, or, in-laws, or somebody you might want from the rest of the villa. That's an option, but it can be either a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom, or we can even reserve this 1 bedroom as a single room. The 4 bedrooms are very large, very expansive. 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, 2 powder rooms. It can't be split up at all, but it's beautiful, beautiful. Sure. So the villas at Pranamaya, right now we've got 3-bedroom oceanfront villas. We've got 4-bedroom oceanfront villas. And then, as I mentioned, each one features an open concept living and dining room, gourmet kitchens, outdoor patio with a grill, private pool, and direct ocean access. Each bedroom has its own private bathroom. And then for the 3 bedrooms, this is kind of a fun view looking down into the windows of this 3-bedroom. You can see on the top floor is a king bedded room. The down floor is a king bedded room. And then that front room that I mentioned to you also has a king bed. Nice, pretty large living room with the high ceilings, private pool. We have 3 of those. They all have 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, about 4,000 square feet. Beautiful open concept design with vaulted ceilings, a spacious living room. All of the villas do have at least 1 queen sofa bed in them, so there's some flexibility for families or larger gatherings. Enormous gourmet kitchens, of course, a refrigerator, microwave, range, oven. We do provide chef services, so if you would like a chef to come into your villa in the evening or anytime for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or all of your meals, we can certainly arrange that as well, which is a lot of fun. The dining area in the 3-bedroom can seat up to 6. Oceanside outdoor living space with dining area, lounge chairs, private plunge pool, and a grill. And they also have, all the villas have washers and dryers. There's just some more photos of the 3-bedroom villas. They all have these large soaking tubs and an outdoor shower, indoor and outdoor shower in all of the 3 bedrooms. So 3 king bedded rooms, beautiful ensuite with double vanity, another king bed out for the lagoon view room. This beautiful. I mean, everything's like a work of art. A lot of the furniture came from Bali. And one of the things, too, that's really unique and special about the resort is we did try to engage as many local artisans as possible. So all of the doors that you'll see all through, find one in here, all through the resort have been hand carved by local wood carvers right there in the Placencia area. all of the signs that are outside every villa, every room, every part of the resort were hand cut slate stone from the Mayan mountains. Um, these fabulous artisans just chop, chop, chop away at stone and created these beautiful signs. I actually wish I had an image of one. I don't think I have one on this presentation, but that we also have engaged this fabulous seamstress locally, and she is hand making all of our uniforms and she customizes and fits all of them every time we get a new colleague in. It's just really special. So we really have tried hard to use a lot of the local artisans because there's so much talent right there. This is the the dining and kitchen area for the 3-bedroom villa. So again, as you can see, very spacious, very beautiful. This is another view of it. This is a view of one of the 3 bedrooms there in the 3 bedroom. So you can see they all also have beautiful big terrace areas outside. And then the 4 bedrooms are just huge and spacious. And this is kind of a little snapshot from the living room looking into the big kitchen. We've got 3 of these 4-bedroom villas, and they are 5,000 square feet. Actually, one of them is 6,000 square feet. It's a little bit bigger. They have 4 bedrooms, 4 baths, plus 2 powder rooms. So 1 powder room upstairs and 1 downstairs. Big, beautiful. This is the living area that's actually, it's on the 2nd floor with the kitchen fully equipped. Dining area will seat 8. And then a beautiful outdoor living space with an enormous table, lounge chairs, plunge pool. The ground floor room also is huge. It's got a big game room with a pool table, a queen sofa bed, wet bar, laundry room. Fabulous big villa. And this just shows you some of the more pictures of that villa, some of the bedrooms. 3 of the 4 bedrooms in the 4-bedroom villas have king beds in them, and then the 4th one has double bunks like this. The bottom beds are actually 2 queen beds, and then the tops are 2 oversized full beds. So they're large beds, so can accommodate 1, 2, 4 people. Yeah, more if they double up. These are just some more snapshots of the beautiful rooms. This is actually on the primary bedroom up on the 2nd floor. Sweeping views, big 4-poster bed. It has an indoor and outdoor shower as well. Big, beautiful balcony. The indoor shower actually has 2 showers, and then an outdoor shower and a soaking tub. This is the view from the terrace there. Can't beat it. There's a theme here. There's a view everywhere you go. Beautiful staircase there in the 4-bedroom villa. And this is another shot of the living room in the 4-bedroom villa. So as I mentioned, the grill at Pranamaya is our main restaurant that's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, room service, chef services, any meals that you wish. This is a pretty shot of the grill. And again, it's open air, flows right out to the pool and to the outside views of the fabulous Caribbean. So it's a really beautiful, beautiful restaurant. As I mentioned, the Island Club is coming. It'll be here in just a couple months, and we are so excited to get that on board for our guests. Oh, I think I went the wrong way. In addition to the grill at Pranamaya, as I mentioned, we also have in-room dining, private chef services, and then we're launching some different culinary programs. So in addition to when groups or small gatherings would like to do some kind of chef cooking school or culinary program or nutrition workshop, we are putting together a series of those as well. So people can plan their stay around a certain one that they might wish to enjoy. Our chef is fabulous, Chef Renau. He's actually from Belize, but he spent most of his career in the United States. He actually studied at the CIA Culinary Institute of America, and for the last 2 years was the executive chef of a beautiful restaurant in Malibu, California. Sadly burned down to the ground when the fires happened not long ago. Sadly, in so many ways, but luckily in some ways for us, because then he decided he wanted to move back to Belize, to his home country. So we just really were very fortunate when all that came together and time for our opening. And he was ready to move back and bring all his talents that he had um, achieved and grown for so many years in the States. And so he's now our chef and he's fabulous. Wellness is a huge part of the experience at Pranamaya for those who would like that to be a part of their experience, but it's very transformational. As this says, exalting the natural and rooted in the immersive and expansive power of vitality and renewal. Pranamaya's wellness offerings instill nourishment and a deep connection to holistic therapies for mind, body, and spirit. So, like the culinary series of events, we're also putting together a wellness series of events. We're very excited about it. We've got some physicians who have jumped on board to come in and do some special programming for us. We have this woman who is one of the most renowned um, wellness holistic doctors in all of Belize is going to come do a series of events for us this fall. So it's really exciting to kind of see all the things that Pranamaya is attracting. As I mentioned, the fitness center is open 24 hours a day, very state of the art. It's got just about everything you need. Um, the yoga room is open air, beautiful, overlooks the Caribbean. We do have yoga classes there on a regular basis, and we can also schedule specific ones anytime for groups or individuals that would like to come do some specific yoga. And here is a rendering of what our pickleball court's going to look like. Although, as I mentioned, for those who were on the call earlier, I actually had a call with our owner today and picked out the color of the pickleball court, and it's not that. We ended up picking kind of a sand color, so it'll a little more muted than these colors here, and that is because with this big, enormous palapa cover, we are also going to be able to use the pickleball court for an event space. So we can use that for weddings or for dinners under the palapa. And looks like some more people are in the waiting room. Not sure how to enter them. So that's what that is. Be beautiful. We cannot wait. And next to this big, beautiful palapa covered pickleball is going to be an outdoor kitchen. The lagoon is on one side of the pickleball court. The Caribbean's on the other side of the island. You can kind of see water everywhere. And it'll be a beautiful event space as well. So just to kind of recap some of these resort activities, as we mentioned, here it is, the Infinity Edged Resort Pool. We've got weekly activities programming, on the water adventure. There's so much to do. I mean, we can arrange just about anything from snorkeling, scuba diving, fishing excursions. We've actually partnered with a company outside of Atlanta who is called the High Adventure Company, and they do fishing excursions all around the world, and they have picked our property to be the only place they want to do it in Belize, and they're super excited about that because the fishing is extraordinary, especially down in the southern part where we are off the coast of Placencia. Cocktail cruises, private boat charters, and of course concierge and butler service. And then I had mentioned the spa, but I haven't emphasized it enough. It really is incredible. We've got 6 treatment rooms. We have heard that we're the largest spa in Belize, although that hasn't been verified, but I think that might be true. Beautiful. The rooms are so expansive, and they all overlook, all but one overlook the water. The one that does not overlook the water is actually a sound lounge experience room. So I'm not sure if you all are familiar with that, but it's where you basically lay down on this fabulous bed that is it fills you with electrodes and energy, sounds and movement, and it's very transformational. So anybody that comes to Pranamaya, we really encourage them to do that because it's really part of the Pranamaya experience is that again transformational experience. We've got a couples massage room, we've got individual massage rooms, a salon, and so forth. So it's a beautiful, beautiful spa experience. And then this is actually looking down over the little arrival area at the spa. So lots of little gathering places. You can see in the distance the yoga mats there. So we do yoga right there overlooking the water. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And there's another shot of it looking back towards the lagoon. One thing I didn't mention, actually, as I'm looking at this, I can go back a page. The ceilings here and all through the property, there are reclaimed wood from our construction. So all of the wood up in the ceilings and the bush sticks that they've used to help build in the construction, we have repurposed them and put them all through the property. And so some of these stunning, stunning ceilings you'll see in these images are all from our original construction site. So we were very, very intentional on how we handled all of that. Um, so just again, to kind of recap, in the spa is the dedicated sound therapy room, the sound lounge experience, oceanfront couples and individual massage rooms, private massage terrace, a full service salon, signature treatments, exclusive product lines. We've got local fabulous people who are creating, curating these different products for us locally from their farms, which is wonderful. And then we have a spa boutique as well. Bask in Belize, as we like to say. So this is another really pretty view looking down over the village of Belize. So if you were up in the air like this drone is, the island of Placencia Key and Pranamaya is behind you. So this is looking just straight down at the island, or excuse me, the coast of Placencia. And as I mentioned, in case those that came late didn't hear, we just opened in January. So very exciting. We've had some very exciting offers since our opening. We've got one called Pranamaya Preferred, where you get book 3 nights and you get the 4th night complimentary. That's going until the end of June. Bask in Belize is another package that we've got out there, $100 nightly resort credit within certain booking windows. Plan promptly. So if you plan ahead, you can get a non-refundable savings of 20%. We've had a lot of guests take advantage of that. You have to book at least 60 days in advance. And what else here? I guess that is all that we had for the offers, although we did just send out something for the rest of the summer too, which is a 20% offer with a $100 resort credit that's in effect for kind of a limited time to book it. So lots of different things going on where we've been really, really pleased with the immediate feedback that we've gotten. I mean, our reviews have been fabulous. We've had just so many guests come already from all over the country and Canada, mostly. We've had a couple from Europe even come in our short period of time since we've been open. So it's exciting to see the word getting out. I think what people are so drawn to is unique, different, secluded, private, elevated experiences. It's really like a portal to get out and do so many different things. So once you're at Pranamaya, if you want to go into the jungle for a jungle excursion or go to hike the waterfalls, if you want to go to a chocolate farm, if you want to go to the Mayan ruins, if you want to go cave tubing, all of these things are so accessible, and every one of them will pick you up right at our island to start the excursion. So you never have to leave. I mean, you don't ever have to like get on a bus to go meet somebody there and pick up, with a tour group. They come right to the island, they pick you up and take you off for whatever excursion it is. Snorkeling, of course, is stunning. There's so many beautiful little islands all around us. We can plan a snorkeling day where you head out and snorkel around one island and then go over to another island and have lunch and do some more snorkeling. Same with fishing excursions. We can pack your picnic and have you ready to go out for the day. Then when you come back, we can cook your catch. So it's really, really very special. And as I said earlier in the call, Belize is one of those places that's kind of under the radar for so many people. And we're excited to have something really special and unique for people to start experiencing Belize, because it's time. It's time. So that is it. What kind of questions do you all have?
Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Jenny, for that. And that was a beautiful presentation. So, if anyone have any questions, please locate the chat box and put your questions in there. And we'll make sure you get all of your questions answered. The first one we have, it says, what do you have for honeymoon couples or weddings?
Oh gosh, you know what? We actually had our first wedding couple weeks ago. Beautiful. So again, we're very boutique. So 35 rooms total, including rooms in the villas as well as in the inn. Weddings, when we open up our island club, it'll be a beautiful location to do a reception. I don't think we'll have weddings more than probably 75 people, just kind of based on our size. Honeymoons, we've already hosted several honeymoon couples as well, and we really like to kind of customize and curate exactly what that experience is for you. So it's beautiful for all of those things, all those very special things. For the wedding that we just did, it was very small. It was only 15 people, and they did it out on that beautiful dock. I don't know if you remember the image that I showed you, the long dock. They actually had the ceremony out at the end of the dock, and they came in and they had a beautiful lunch, and then they all went and had spa services. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay, we got a lot of great presentation, great training. Then one person asked, is there any way we could get this presentation? The presentation is being recorded, so I'll get with Miss Nina on that shortly. And
I can also, Nora, I can also send you just a resort brochure and kind of a fact sheet if you want to share with people that kind of gives bullet points of all the things that I shared.
Okay, so if everyone put their email in the chat box, would you be able to put them on the email list?
Sure.
Okay, sounds good. I'm trying to read the question. I have the same question. I joined late, so I like to go back and review. Okay. Is this child friendly?
It is. We are. Absolutely.
Okay. And then the next questions, are there travel agents rate?
Yes, well, kind of depending on the time of year and depending on your schedule, are happy to complement 2 evenings for you to come experience and explore Pranamaya. And then if you want to stay longer, we can work out a special industry rate for you. Again, kind of depending on the time of year.
Awesome.
I'm down.
Okay. Okay, there's the questions. Are the resorts all inclusive?
It is not, and we intentionally did not want to be an all-inclusive, but breakfast is included. As I mentioned, a very hefty continental breakfast is included for everyone. But we're so close to the village of Placencia and so many things to do. We didn't want our guests to feel like they were captive to have to stay breakfast, lunch, dinner at the same place. So we opted not to. But if you do have groups or somebody that wants us to package some things together, we're happy to do that as well. But there's just so much culture and so many wonderful little local restaurants and shops and things that we want you to also experience that.
Okay. And we do have one person that's interested in the complimentary night, so that's an awesome thing.
Yeah.
So if anybody have any more questions, please put them in the chat box. Okay. You're getting a lot of great feedbacks. Everybody's saying great presentations.
Yeah. Does this say somebody booked it? Did Roshana Daniels book it already?
Let's see. The beautiful problem. I'm trying to go back up and see.
Towards the top.
At the top.
That would be awesome. If you
Yes,
did,
they had booked it. So okay.
let me know
That'd be great. Yeah.
who you booked it for. I'm happy to do something special or whatever you need.
Okay, that'd be awesome. So I don't see any more questions. Do you have any closing remarks before we go?
Actually, when you go, do these email addresses go away? Because I need to make sure there's a lot of them in here. I don't want to.
Yeah, it is. I will get Miss Nina and see how we can have them imported and send them over to you.
That would be
So
great.
I think they do have your contact information, so we'll get back with you on that, okay?
Yeah, that would be great.
Right. You have another question. They say, is there an agent site where they could register
Yes.
with you?
Yes, I'm so glad you asked that question. Yes, if you go to our website and on let's see, I'm trying to think. On the reserve button, there's a place for you to put and to start an agent portal. So reach out to me if you'd like. I mean, someone will follow back up with you, but if you want to send me a quick email, I'd be happy to get you started and loaded into the agent portal so that you're set.
Great. Then we have another one said, good question. They have a lot of people that would love to go there. So this is going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I've been to
very
Belize, but
special.
huh?
It is so special. It really is. It's one of those places that doesn't just happen. I mean, the owners who built it have built it out of passion. They didn't build it just to, build a resort. In fact, they had never built resorts before. They had built
Okay.
other types of things before. So they've done this really truly out of the
Okay.
passion.
Okay, there. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say just to make something very special. So it's really. Oh, here, you want me to put my email address in here?
Yes, yes, that's all I'm finna say. They asking for your email address and they ask for the website as well. So if you could put that in the chat, that'd be awesome.
Doing it right now. There
There you
you go.
go.
I'm so impressed with your turnout. This is great to have so many people join at 7 p.m. I think that's
Oh yeah.
fabulous.
I'm just taking a second to copy your email address down. But I don't see any more questions here. So unless you have something else for us, I think we'll probably close it out for the night.
Yeah, no, just please follow our social media. If you want to go to our website and sign up for special offers and our emails that come out just once a month. They just come out once a month, so we won't bombard you with emails. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, we always have special offers and things that are available
Okay.
by doing that. So certainly reach out and to me personally, because I'm happy to curate and customize and help you in any way.
Okay. Thank you. We got another person said they will be promoting this.
Thank
That'd
you.
be awesome. Okay. So so we do really appreciate all this valuable information, and your resort is extremely beautiful. I love it. So on behalf of our leader, Miss Nina Jackson Mitchell, we would like to thank you and everyone for joining us. And this webinar is officially over, and everyone have a good evening.
Thank you all so much for your time.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.